Hello Sim fans, SimFanatic back with you with another tips and tricks video on how to easily increase your frame rates. In fact, I was able to increase my frame rates, as I'll show you here in a moment, more than double by one setting. Well, there's two sliders I'm going to show you, but one slider in particular. And I noticed after Sim Update 12, I think it was after Sim Update 12, not 100% sure that was the culprit, but I really took a hit on my frame rates and performance. The CPU was really bottlenecking, and it really was obvious when I was around airports that were by oceans or large bodies of water. And what I noticed is when I did some troubleshooting, one slider in particular made a huge difference in performance, and that's what we're going to take a look at right now. But before we do that, let's take a look on the outside, and you can see the frame rates. I'm about 15 to 16. Really bad, a lot of stuttering. So let's go ahead and take a look at, there's a couple sliders, one in particular that is really the culprit, but let's take a look at that. Okay, so for the slider that makes the big difference in performance, go under General Options and go to Traffic. Now you want to scroll down, look under Land and Sea Traffic. You can see we have leisure boats, road vehicles, ships and ferries, and fauna density. And as you can see, mine are at 50, 75, 50, and 100. I'm going to pull the road vehicles down to about 50, but everybody's PC is different. Mine's an AMD Ryzen 7 5800, and some of you may have faster CPUs, GPUs, maybe slower. I am running a 3070 Ti graphics card. But the big setting, the big slider that's going to make the performance change, to give you the maybe double or more in frame rates, is the ships and ferries. The ships and ferries slider. You can play around with this, and I would encourage you to play around with it. But you pull that back to 0 like I'm doing here and hit apply and save. Watch the increase in performance. Look at that. Now we're running around 47, 49, even maybe up to 50 frames per second, all the way from 18 to 20 that it was at before. And that is all I did. Now, obviously, you won't have ships and ferries in your waters, and so but this will give you a great increase in frame rates and performance. So play around with it. What I believe it's doing is really bottlenecking the CPU, trying to do all the calculations for it. So, and now you can see on the outside, we're getting over 32. I scrolled there, that loads some of the scenery. I am running Latin VFR, third-party scenery here, but as you can see, we're sticking around that 35 frames per second mark. And that's all there is to it, friends. And you can play around with that. Maybe I typically will go about 5% on the boats and ferries, and that gives me pretty good balance where I have some ship activity. But go ahead and play around with it, friends, and let me know in the comments if it worked for you. I'd be interested to know. I've told some of you, and I think it's improved, but for me, as you can see, it vastly improved my frame rates. And of course, this is when you're at airports around large bodies of water. If you did like the video, please do a thumbs up and subscribe. And until next time, Sim fans, take care of yourself, stay safe, and of course, blue skies. We will see you soon.